All right. So good evening, everybody from India. And thank you all for being here. Um, we were just, as always, just talking about nothing the other day. And when you're talking about nothing, it's generally something that's really not significant in your world. And we were talking about areas of our life that we have made um, those areas of our life where we have actually made them so significant that we no longer receive from them. And one of them was the body. One of them was the body that, we made our bodies so significant, so um, almost like a controlling factor of our lives, where we no longer receive from it, we are no longer present with it. And pretty much like what we are with the earth. With the earth, also, there's an energy of dismissal, of almost as it doesn't even exist. We get to trod on the earth, we get to save the earth if you're kind enough, we get to walk on the earth and take what we wish to from it, consume it, use it, and not worry about it's not even about worry, but it's not, and not be responsible for our choices with it. And while we were talking about that energy, what actually started to show up was how similar are we with our bodies and with the earth, of dismissal, of a rejection in our worlds, of where it's not about receiving from it, but um, it's really about the energy of consumption that we are using to destroy ourselves. And the most common thing that we go to, the most easiest thing that we go to is generally food. We rush to food. We take solace in food, as though we take comfort with eating, from eating different kinds of food that we believe will make us feel more, will make us feel happier. And what we're really doing is consuming food, which then consumes our body, which in turn consumes the earth. Because your body is the earth, it's a part of the earth, and the earth is who you be. So Ruby and I were talking about this energy, and she had done the class Eating to Create or Destroy Your Body a year back, and we were talking about how much changed in her world, for her, with her body, in her relationships, with her money flows. And I was talking to her about how during the process of facilitating the class, there were a lot of challenges just showed up in my world, almost as it was almost getting me to be more present with my body, and getting me to ask more questions about what my body really required. And with that energy, she was like, hey, why don't we do this? Why don't we just do a 3-day challenge of your body and your earth, and let's just see what contribution can that be to the world. And I was like, yes, let's do it. So here we are with that intention, with that energy of truly contributing to you, to your bodies, and to getting you to acknowledge that you are a part of the earth. Your body is the part of the earth, and the earth is constantly contributing to you if you are willing to receive it. And the other aspect of that is food. Just a second. I'm just going to make Ruby the host. Just give me a moment, guys. All right. Okay, done. All right. Okay, that's better. Yeah. Thank you, everyone who's also joining us on Instagram here. And yeah, so we were talking about how food is such a major part of our lives, yet we are using food to destroy ourselves instead of receive from it. And that's the energy of consumption that we be with food, instead of looking at food and being the energy of, body, are you hungry? Instead of looking at food or asking your body, hey body, what food do you want to eat? And what would really contribute to the body right now, because it's not you, the being, who eats, right? It's the body that eats. And it's like, instead of going to that energy, we go to need of food. We go to the need to eat. We go to the need to eat what is supposed to be comfort food, either what you've been introduced to as a child, or what you have trained your body to and programmed your body to believe your body likes, your body enjoys, day after day after day, without asking, does it really want to eat that today? And that's the energy of creating a need of food in your world. And what if eating more than you need, or eating what your body has no interest in consuming? Your body may not even have an interest in consuming that, but you are still eating it simply from a past reference point, because you enjoyed it someday, or because everyone's eating it, so I must eat it, and I'm choiceless because that's what mom cooked, so I've just got to eat it. What if these are the two ways that you have been trained? You've actually been trained slowly and steadily, extremely constantly. You've been trained to stop listening to what your body is actually trying to tell you, what your body is actually wanting you to know, what your body is actually wanting you to hear. The need of food and eating what your body has no interest in. In other words, being choiceless with food, instead of knowing that if there was no need to eat, if there was no need of food, what would I like to eat right now? And asking, am I hungry? Body, are you hungry? Body, what would you like to eat? So this is the energy that actually we've been looking at and wanting. I've really been looking at this energy of food, because for me, for the longest of time, food has been a huge, massive coping mechanism in my world. And I would find myself going to food um, to cope with a situation that wasn't easy for me, or to cope with a situation that I had decided I couldn't handle. So, it's like, I can't handle this. I've just got to cope with it. So let's go to food so I can distract myself from actually what is true for me in these 10 seconds. And now what you start to create with that food is this body that's not happy, is this body that's showing up in the way that doesn't contribute to you. We could label it as a fat body, or a slow body, or a lazy body, or something like that. But really, it's about you creating a body that's not happy. And who are you creating this body for? Are you creating the wrong body, quote unquote, the body that you have decided is wrong, so you can validate other people's realities? Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, what, 9 shots, boys, poets, and beyonds. And are you using food to validate other people's realities, even if it destroys you? So this, my lovelies, is an invitation to all of you here to ask your body, are you hungry? Body, what would you like to eat? And it may sound really bizarre, because initially I thought it was really bizarre. I was like, are you crazy? This sounds really stupid. I'm not going to be asking my body. Do it for the fun of it. Do it for the fun of it. Allow yourself to be crazy in these 10 seconds. Allow yourself that. There's this wonderful exercise that you can actually do to know if your body is hungry or not hungry, and it's called the muscle testing. And if you might have learned it in one of the access classes. It's actually a brilliant exercise that you can actually do and ask your body, are you hungry? And it really gives you a yes and a no. Body, would you like to eat this? It gives you a yes and a no. So start to use that, start to exercise that way more, the muscle testing exercise. Start to use that way more, instead of going into conclusion of when you must eat, how you must eat, what you must eat. because where you're in conclusion with food and with your body, which is so intrinsically connected actually, wherever you go into that conclusion with it, is where now you are choiceless. You are actually choosing a universe where you have no choice. And it's like I said, it starts really young. It may start with mom, with you being really little and mom force feeding you milk because it's time to drink milk. Or she may say, come to the table because it's time to eat dinner and we are all here together. Let's eat dinner. This is not about making your parents wrong or whoever brought you up wrong. And now you don't get to blame somebody for your body and you don't get to blame somebody for your eating habits. Sorry, not going there. This is not about a blame game. And this is definitely not about looking at someone else as the reason why your body is showing up the way it is, or why your eating habits are not contributing to you, or why the food that you eat doesn't seem to work for your body. It's really about recognizing that they did the best that they could in that moment. But now, what if you have choice with your body? Now, what if you knew that, okay, I have choice with my body. Do I want to consume food that consumes my body, that consumes the earth? Or would I rather eat the food that the body is asking for, when it's asking for, and what it's asking for? And everything that doesn't allow you to be that present with your body, with the food around you, would you destroy and uncreate that? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock on 9 shots, boys, forwards and beyonds. And another aspect that actually makes you so choiceless with food is the massive food industry out there, right? It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful way of people creating money for themselves. But hey, guess what? They're creating money and you are destroying your body based on that. Instead of believing everything that you're told, instead of believing, and reading on the back of what you buy, exactly what's healthy for your body and what's not healthy for your body, what if you started to explore what is really contributing to your body? Be present, like, okay, I ate this and hey, my day went really well. Oh, I ate this and wow, I created more money. So is your body giving you that little whisper that, hey, I like this. I like this today. Listen to the whispers. Listen and be present with what you eat, because that's how you really get to hear from your body what it's wanting to tell you about having choice with food versus being choiceless with food. So, like I said earlier on, we are looking at creating these 3 calls based on 3 different topics. And today is choice and choicelessness with food. Wherever you believe that you are choiceless with food, would you please destroy and uncreate that? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, 9 shots, boys, boads, and beyonds. Now, that is the clearing statement of Access Consciousness, and you can read more about it. It's like I said, it's a vacuum cleaner. It cleans all the crap that shows up when you ask a question in the form. The crap shows up in the form of energy that it just clears out of your world, creating this space for you now to choose. Because let's be practical here. If your hands are full, you can't really choose more, right? You just got to keep carrying with you what's in your hands. But if you actually allow that to leave, now you have space to choose something different. So what if you no longer had to be choiceless with food? What would you choose? If there was a past reference point to how you ate, what is your body asking for? What food would contribute? Play with this tool, friends, till tomorrow. And I would love to know, love to hear your feedback and love to hear more from you. And yes, our call is being translated in a number of languages: Dutch, French, Romanian, German, and is that it? Something else, I'm not sure. So So if you want to catch the replay in your language, you will get it, and you will also get the replay. I would love to hear from you if this tool created anything different for you, or being present with your body and asking your body what showed up. And we can talk more about that tomorrow. So thank you, lovelies. Thank you all for being here. And I am so grateful to each one of you. Play with the tool of having choice with food, with your body, instead of being choiceless and being the consumption that you're choosing to be. See you all tomorrow. Bye, guys. Thank you, lovely. Thank you all. Bye.
Bye.